morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome in. How's it going? We have made it to Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday. Hump day. What's up? Scott, both Scotts actually. Scott B, good morning. Regular Scott, good morning. Lance, how's it going? Jordan, yes, we will be using FinViz. So CVS and Rite Aid limiting Plan B accessibility. Okay, so that's big. For Nurky, good morning. Discipline. Rick Rod, Potsy, how's it going? Get the music rolling. Regular Scott, yeah. I can't remember what the third Scott's, if he was just regular Scott or if he had like a last name initial too. Kind of tired this morning. It's not like I'm sleepy, but my eyes just do not want to open today. They're just like half glued shut. Yeah. If you guys have noticed, this is about, 3 inches shorter now. I was getting tired of it being so long, and I literally put the longest guard I could on my beard trimmer and just whacked it last night. What's up, Boba? I feel like I look, 5-10 years younger now. Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Bianca, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now that I'm back? I would hope so. Uh-oh, your sound's messed up. Change that. Oh, you're on mute. That'll do it. That will do it. All right, let's flip over, see what we got going on. So TRVI, ALNA, AKBA, CANF. ENDP ran to 97 cents this morning at 4 a.m. That was allegedly a Plan B stock, ENDP. I couldn't find anything specific on it, but that's what was getting passed around. That's why it ran so hard yesterday. What's up, AC? Good morning. Yeah, I pretty much missed this whole thing because the only buys was right at open, or you bought through the opening high, or on the 20 EMA here. Everything else, it just kind of melted straight up. And it was a massive move, from 40 cents. You really didn't want to be chasing it up at 65 cents as it was going straight up. So all in this is like 22 cents. So That'll be when snacks can play today. AKBA, another one. Any news on these things, or are they just up? Nope. It's funny, HTGM popped the PR this morning after it ran yesterday. I'm almost positive that everything that ran yesterday, small cap wise, did not have news. CBIO announces plan to distribute cash to shareholders. Straight up. Can they have positive top line results from their phase 3 study? So that's good. Sounds good, at least.
GPL. UEC. TRBI. BBIG.
Dogs are just barking this morning to hear themselves bark, sounds like. Okay, so yeah, CanAF had positive phase 3. Phase 3? Yeah, positive top line, phase 3. So that's why that's up. I feel like in the past, CanF has not held its gain. So pops down, ends red, pops up, ends red, ends red. Big gap up, ends red, ends red, ends red, ends red. So, and it looks very heavy now. This thing used to be a low float. The level 2 looks very thick now. This one's interesting for today. NRSN. If it can hold, 230, 240, push up through 260.
SPCB.
So it isn't a pretty big range, but
CNT.
over that, it's got room.
DRA.
And I think it had a 100% run the first day, I think.
HLGN.
So it went from 170 to 330. So close. 340 would have been 100%. Why is that showing the 260 line down here? What the hell? It's like broken. Anywho, what else we got? AMC up off of 13. It was kind of following the market, so it's following SPY. Looks very similar. Didn't have quite as much of a sell-off as SPY did yesterday.
CANF.
AERC just keeps trying to go and keeps failing. Good Lord. I had a candle yesterday from 17.28 to 15. One candle. That is super ugly. Imagine being in that. Imagine playing this flag, this iffy flag here, and you don't have a stop loss or something. And you get dropped from 17 to 15. What else we got? So ENDP was yesterday. It's down to the 200 on the 5 right now, so it's actually selling off pretty hard. EVFM. Closed pretty weak yesterday, but this sector might not be dead yet.
CCL.
You don't really want to see it go below this 90, 92 to 90 level. It really looks like the backside if it does. But if it puts in some support here, hangs out around this level, starts pushing back up, it's just very heavy intraday. It's a very, very heavy one.
INFI.
So CBIO, but that was the cash distribution one. That one's still trying to push. Distribute cash. Okay, stop saying the same thing over and over again. They are trying to get people to, believe in the stock, though. This thing used to be, yeah, that's what I thought. This thing used to be higher, way higher. I feel like I remember CBIO.
ADN.
Yeah, I made a huge ramp back in 2018 to like $30. And then I think the trial ended up failing, maybe. No rhyme or reason, no pattern here on TRVI. Very wiki looking stuff for some reason, but did that have news? Is that another one that did not have news? Okay, it did. So, positive results from phase 2B/3 Prism trial. I don't even know what that is. Never even heard of that. So more bio news. CanF doing CanF stuff.
A thrilling moment, a new adventure, an experience
OGI.
outside your comfort zone. As the clock ticks, you reach
ASPN.
It's nice that I can just refresh that page and get rid of the ads. You guys see anything else? Like, am I missing anything? Oh, gotcha. Okay.
SPCB. BKCH.
Because as of right now, I really don't see a whole lot in play. song's got some slap bass in it. Oh man, shop, post split. Okay. Makes it look super, super cheap. What was the reverse or the forward split? I don't remember what price this was. $10 for one. So it's $350. Wow. Yeah, so it's $350. But it was, insanely high. Let's see. Yeah, it seems like a very slow morning right now. CBIO still screwing around. Not much volume though, only 150K on this 1 minute.
CNTV. TRVI.
Yeah, probably. GDP numbers 10 minutes. That would probably be why it is slow. Yeah, why does the Fed have to speak so often? Kills me.
BTOG.
But yeah, it's flatline out here right now. Need some more upbeat music or I'm gonna fall asleep. Yeah, here we go. Good day to hit the pool is what it sounds like, yeah. Absolutely. It's supposed to be 86 degrees today.
TRVI.
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to step away for just a second. I'll be right back. We got the numbers coming up at 8:30. Basically, everything that's been moving is on my screen, which is just one thing.
HLGN.
Inhale. Envision perfect team communication.
That was first time Noah's seen me since. Oh God.
Understand your work.
All right, where's my mods at?
Exhale.
That was the first time Noah's seen me since I trimmed the beard, and he was like grabbing.
Managing, executing, and tracking work can finally come to life. Get started for free at monday.com.
CPTNW.
Where my mods at? There we go. There they are. Thanks, guys. Why is it the same bot every time?
They make online learning accessible and enjoyable. And across 6 campuses, you can learn great careers like nursing, cybersecurity, skilled trades, and more.
There we go.
Virginia Community College. It's the affordable, achievable, flexible, doable, possible, incredible college. Nova. We make college better.
They just go right for it. Straight for the punchline.
IMT.
That's all good. They spam the messages so fast. That's like the, what, 7th or 8th one of the same person. I reported the account too, so maybe that'll do something.
Sin. TNON.
I did trim my goatee. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. This is the first time Noah had seen me after I trimmed it. And he was like reaching for my face, like trying to grab at it. He can't pull it now. There's only a little bit to pull. Yeah, this is a morning where I need to crack the old Dr. Pepper. I know. Who has time to make this count, right? Lance, you're asking the real questions here. It's not a real lobster. What was the other thing that was up? Oh, yeah, C-Bio. So that's giving back almost all its gains already. Yeah, that's probably Rick Rod, you know, that's probably part of it. They told me my enamel is weak. So that's the problem. But I'm sure drinking Dr. Pepper in the morning is not the best. I do only have one a day, but I have it in the morning, so. When did I start drinking Blue Powerade and Dr. Pepper? So I didn't like, probably right before I went to the academy, I started drinking Dr. Pepper. I didn't really like any sodas at all. Coke was okay, and then I can't remember exactly when I found Dr. Pepper, but I loved it. And then after I got out on my own, that's when I started buying it. Just, you know, Powerade and Dr. Pepper for myself. That's really the only drinks I drink besides water. So I'll have like one Powerade, one Dr. Pepper, and then water for the whole rest of the day. And this big guy, this big, huge Yeti container, I just keep refilling. I gotta have my water ice cold though. It's gonna be full of ice. My wife likes it room temperature.
YMM. NXTP.
Okay, I don't see much there. GDP numbers.
HTCR.
U.S. first quarter final GDP minus 1.6%.
TRBI.
I guess we're about to see if that was priced in or not.
GFI. AGI.
Yeah, it says seen negative 1.5%, and it was negative 1.6%. So a little bit worse than the number expected.
OGI.
So, yeah, okay. That was a non-reaction. Unless it just starts spilling. Which I guess it very well could. So yeah, we're in the zone to where, you know, today could be really bad if it gets under 280 or under 380. Just start rolling down again. Because once we broke down here, kind of out of this uptrend, we fell hard for days. Now we're kind of not out of it yet, but today could be out of it. I think if it's just going to get the 350 test in, it needs to just go ahead and get it in. But that's kind of the rough uptrend that we had going on. So under that, it's probably a spill back towards lows. Large caps are kind of falling back too. So what's the difference in drinking a Coke or Dr. Pepper in the morning compared to drinking it in the afternoon? I feel like I do drink it faster. Like if I get one out and drink it with lunch, I drink it way faster than just sipping on it in the morning. That is true. Maybe that's the big deal. So stocks are falling a little bit right now, large caps. Apple coming down to 137. Nvidia coming down to 158. Market's not dying yet.
GDXU.
Where's Brode at when we need him? I was gonna ask him about the final PCE price index. Is that even a big deal? It's something I do not even follow. I don't know if Brode is in here today though. Yeah, this is looking like a day where you're just done at 9:45, 10 a.m. and just roll out with how slow it looks. But at least Powell speaks at 9 a.m. and not, 1:30. That's when that happens, it ruins the whole day. Oh, wow. Come on, man. Is this really going to do this right now? That was already drew the lines in. If you were here earlier in the stream, I was talking about, hey, this is set up. It's a T+2. We got to hold 230, break 260, and it's going to decide to do it at 8:35 a.m. Oh, my gosh.
And 80% of them are in high-growth fields. We can help match your interests to a program, and you can customize your degree with a certificate or specialization, giving you a
What was the news on this again? I remember I thought it was fantastic news. We read it out on Monday. Oh, yeah, the ALS. Positive results from ALS biomarker study. Guess I'll be watching it now for a pullback. They're trying to create, a runner this morning. It looks like this thing was set up. I did not think it was going to go at 8:35 a.m. and 25 seconds, That's like AGRX yesterday, right? We had it up. We had it charted. It was sitting on the 20 on the 30, right at open. And I was like, okay, let this thing come down, test 160 for just a second, and it just immediately went a dollar almost.
PL. ASPN.
Maybe I need to add. So it was only in a 6K? Because I had removed those from my news because they were all rehashes. Let me add it back just to look.
NXTP.
Yeah, I see it. There you go. Is this different from, the news that just came out 2 days ago? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, GLP toxicology is not the ALS one, I don't think. I hate when they do that. If you're going to release a PR, release a PR. Don't just throw it in a SEC filing and expect, me to find it. My printer's just randomly printing. Because I can't go through and check every single 6K and 8K that comes out on the news feed because 99.9% of them are just 6 and 8Ks from the actual PRs of companies that actually PR. But I guess this way is a little bit better than the way they started doing it in 2020. They would just tweet news. don't know if you guys remember that time period, but news would start coming out from the Twitter accounts of the company. You had to follow the company. And they didn't want to pay for... So you have to pay, I don't know the dollar amount, but you have to pay a certain amount to get your PR on the news feeds, like on the actual news feed. So they were just tweeting out their news. Like, it was a crazy time. Appreciate you guys being here this morning. We had the GDP numbers this morning. They were a little worse than expected. SPY is kind of curling down a little bit now. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for always commenting, being active in here. Gives me something to talk about when things die, when you guys are giving me this back and forth that we can just converse, you know, either about trading, about Dr. Pepper and Coke in the morning, about candy yesterday. I don't care what it is. I mean, it just keeps the stream flowing. So I really appreciate you guys. Thanks to the mods for getting out those accounts that somehow sneak their way into the stream every other day now. I think I'm going to upload a separate video today of my FinViz little mini lesson yesterday on sympathies. So I feel like that was a decent enough lesson, you know, throw out there and for everybody to see, because that's really how I go and find sympathies. I will go to FinViz, type in whatever the sector is, not exactly like healthcare or drug manufacturers, but contraceptives or Plan B or breast cancer. And then you can sort it by float, you can sort it by price, and I think that's pretty helpful. And I didn't figure that out for a long time. I don't even remember how I figured that out. Because at first I was going in and typing in the words and hitting enter, and it says nothing found because it's searching for a ticker. You actually have to hit search. So yeah, I think, let me double check what I just said. Yeah, okay, that's a perfect example. And I'll throw it out here again. So if I type in breast cancer, no results found. Breast cancer. Type in breast cancer. Search. 64 results in company profile. So it's very, very important that you hit search and not just enter. Because enter just searches for the company for some reason. So that will get you what you're looking for. And then you're back over to sorting by price under 10. Sorting by ownership. You can sort by float. You can sort by price. Where is gold at nowadays? Has it actually been ramping? Because that's something you would expect to ramp during these times. I don't even know. What's even the gold ticker? Why don't I know that? It's something I do not keep up with. GLD. I think. That's the Spider Gold Trust. I mean, it's up a little, but I'm surprised it's not higher than it is. So gold's been following with the market, just like Bitcoin's been following with the market and everything else. So everything that was supposed to be an inflation hedge has been following with the market.
Don't pay for water. Pay for
God.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods.
For great savings, get Tide Pods at Target.
I wonder if Apple Music has a copyright free. Because I get Apple Music for free with Verizon.
Here's how it works. We give you cash back.
My God, this is like 2 minutes of ads. And there's one song on this playlist that comes up as copyright, so I have to go either avoid it or cut it out at the end of the stream every time. So, Nurse NRSN, Nissan is what I call it. Still pushing up. Was that news enough to spark the T2? Maybe. Maybe not. AGRX from yesterday. It's hanging on to this level. It's starting to look pretty bad, though. Looking iffy. Might begin to break below this 195 level. The 30-minute was what I was looking at yesterday. And we're even below the 50 on the 30-minute. So AGRX may have ran its run. I mean, if that's the correct way of saying that. Had its run. Ran its course, whatever you want to say. But yeah, that's looking a little iffy. BOXD, too. I had high hopes for that. I thought it was going to... Thrifty Business. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Hanging out with us this morning. It's kind of a slow morning, but we're hanging out. We're chilling. Looking at some charts, talking about GDP, talking about Dr. Pepper. You know, the essentials. So, BOXD, I mean, holding two is okay. But,
TCH.
I don't know. I thought it was going to go a little more than that. Especially after this huge ramp off, and then it's starting to push up on the daily. Looked a little bit like Redbox, you know, at the beginning. But the float's maybe too high. Have I ever tried Iron Beer? No. Is that like a type of beer? Like a brand? So, yeah, this one's still perking a little. Iron Beer. It's not. Type of soda. No, I have not. Never heard of that.
CNTB.
Oh, okay. I have not. So, I've tried the Dr. Pepper cream soda combo. Didn't like it. Thought I would like it. I really thought I would like it. But I would rather have Dr. Pepper and cream soda separate. But yeah, BOXD is basically at the bottom of where it needs to hold. If it doesn't hold this level, it's looking pretty ugly. CLGN. Good morning from Barcelona. Nice. Welcome in, Gerard. So it is, it's probably like, what, 1 p.m. there? So CLGN had news. "3D bioprinted regenerated breast implants into porcine." What's porcine? Porcine? Why does this look like pure gold? I mean, regenerative. What does that mean? That's kind of cool. I mean, especially people that have to get whatever it's called. When you have cancer, you know, and you have to get them removed. I can't think of the procedure. And having something that can go in that's like bio instead of just being silicone, it's pretty big. Oh, and pigs. Okay. When I first read it, when I looked over at my news feed over here, I thought it said porcupine. Like, I was like, what? But that's even more weird. Why don't I just say pig? Does it sound better to say that? Hey, what's up, Afam? How's it going? Good morning. Welcome in. We're trickling in this morning. It's slow. So NRSN, we're watching. It's a T2 today. I had a little 6K, little fluffy PR. KNF had news, but it never holds its gains. TRVI had news. Everything's kind of falling back off, though. CBio had, like they're giving their shareholders money, basically. Money back to the shareholders.
KKT.
So, yeah. That's about it. The market fell off a little. But I think it was kind of priced in, those numbers, because it's not really falling. Yeah, yesterday's runners are going to be the big thing. So, going to keep ENDP on watch. Going to keep EVFM on watch. What was the other one that ran? Not FEMI.
TGA.
AGRX, was it? Yeah, AGRX. So there's a few. There's a few to keep on watch. I'll be right back, guys.
KLXE, ASX. TRVI.
All right. You have to keep an eye on whether these bios. Yeah, for sure.
CUK.
Oil's up. Yeah, oil is pushing. Houston needs over this 512 wall.
GFI.
Yeah, oil's straight up. Indo hasn't really moved yet either. Why is oil going up so much? It's at 86.20 on USO. So the highs from weeks ago were, it was 92. But man, USO had a crazy bounce. I thought it was going to be topping out, but it fell off, hit a bottom, and just curled right back up. KZR did not want to hold its gains yesterday. It was actually trading with SPY. So maybe if SPY has a good day, but I think I traded a little bounce on it, like right here, 875 to like 915. I don't want to keep my eyes off HUSA. NRSN highs, okay. Yeah, that, oh my gosh, huge highs. So it was very wicky in this range, but pushed right through to highs.
RC. RIBT.
Plus Care Ultimate is an ultra hydrating antiperspirant that glides on smoothly without irritation. So whether you're maneuvering through
Put that up on this
or chasing after the kids,
matrix so I can watch it. But wow,
new Dove Mint Plus Care Ultimate is clinically proven to keep
big volume stick there. Yeah, it's 100 and
water-based formula.
200K on the 5 on NRSN. $3 now. That 6K was not that big.
We're on Amazon.
Just enough to spark it. I mean, that's what I mentioned earlier. Will it be enough to spark it? And my God, it was. So this candle is now from 267 to 315.
ASXC.
So we're coming up on. Oh my gosh! It's like it had another. Did it have more news? No, no more news.
Trend.
Just getting the shove from somewhere. So 320's res. Went straight to it. Man, I cannot believe that's doing that. So it randomly started spiking after the 6K came out at like 8:35. And then 20 minutes later, it has the biggest volume stick of the day that sends it up 50 cents, 50, 60 cents.
TRVI.
So, guess we'll watch for pullbacks here. Did not want to see that happening in pre-market. Because it's just going to end up blowing its load in pre-market. Yeah, it's just straight up now. Buy high, sell higher. I had my eyes on it several times through here, but I mean, it popped up to 280 and then sold all the way back to 257. So I was like, okay, just a pop and drop on a 6K. 6K is not a real PR, etc., etc. And then
Riot.
500K or whatever that was on the 5 minute. So very well could be someone sitting on YouTube saying, I'm adding, continuing to add, you know, and then they're out. And just like that, they've made money. It's amazing. And I did not make this YouTube to do that. I'm not going to start pulling that BS. Because sure, we could have all collectively added here at 275 and pushed it through 280 and continuing to say, oh, I'm just going to keep adding at 280 and 285 and 290. So yeah, that tippity top was, 320 to 330. No body closed over 320. And then daily level, it's got range. 350, 360, $4. Kind of sad I missed that. Yeah, I got to grow a ponytail to make that happen.
MSGM.
Yeah, I mean, that's the 2022 market. You blow your load in pre-market straight up to where there's absolutely no entries at all. And then during the day, you trade within a 10-cent range. So move extremely volatile pre-market, not really any entries, just straight up. And then once you get a logical entry, the play's over. The pullbacks, that's the end. So it'll chop sideways all day long, give a little spike, chop back down. That's just the 2022 market, though. Eventually, we will get over that, but for now, we're not. So Powell speaks in 2 minutes. It's 8:58. So I'm sure he's gonna come out and say yada 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 inflation, yada 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 GDP. Got to keep working.
QNRX AGI.
And the market will get some kind of reaction off of probably him, because it didn't really get much of a reaction off the actual numbers. It did fall because it was a little worse, but everyone's waiting to see what old Powell says. SPY had a wild candle out the gate yesterday. It was a straight up boner. And then after that morning wood, it just failed straight down. Short every pop. Don't even let it cross over the 9 EMA, really. 9 and the 20 held it down all day. So we'll probably see more action at 9 a.m. than we saw whenever the 8:30 news came out on SPY. Let's see.
FFIE. BBPR.
VVPR news. Sale of 2 non-core businesses. Looking for something bio related. OCUP. New patent for late stage oral drug candidate for use in diabetics and announces new peer reviewed publication. Spread's insane. Daily's really sold off. Yeah, there's nothing. So new patent, peer-reviewed publication. Expected second half 2022 of the results of phase 2. HTGM, 13G, 5%. Did they have a recent offering? Not that I see. If it was a little bit bigger, that would be much better. 5%'s not massive. So SPY's pushing up a little bit now that Powell's speaking. If he's actually speaking right now. He's supposed to speak at 9. Yeah, CBio had like they're giving cash back to the shareholders PR.
MSGM.
Yeah, Canaf had a decent PR, but we were talking about earlier, they never hold their gains for some reason. Anthony. If you look at the daily, like every candle or every time it's had a gap up, ended red, gapped up, opened at 420, ended at 289, ended red, gapped up, ended red, gapped down. It is up 21% though. It had okay news. So it's worth watching, you know, to hold maybe $1. 105, 1 to 105, it might make a push, especially with bios being somewhat hot. NRSN kind of flagging a little bit above VWAP. Trying to push it down now, it looks like. 310.
ABEO, ASTS. ETNB. SDPI, MU. VIPs, KTRA.
So SPY's still holding up so far. Doesn't look like it's really moving at all. Is it frozen? Do they halt SPY?
I'm Matt, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take
Oh, I love a Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit.
soft, crispy, there's really nothing like it.
Start your day with the Chick-fil-A Chicken Biscuit, available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonial.
Whether it's the leaders who inspire you.
And if you're not giving your best right now, I need you to pull up, queen. Okay, pull up.
The words that motivate you.
NRSN trying to hold this level. It's struggling a little bit.
Keep it basic.
Peloton offers thousands of classes, from cycling and yoga to running and
He's up through 320 right now.
ready to motivate you 24/7. Motivation that moves you. Now the Peloton Bike Plus is its best price yet at $500.
It's at 310.
Changing prices on the original Peloton bike and Peloton.
1 minute looks okay. I'm watching it on my other screen as well. If it can push up through, 311, 312, get up to 315, it's got a chance. But if not, it's going to pull back. And it looks like it's going to pull back.
WISA, TRVI.
But yeah, KNF is set up, does have news, but it has a history of not holding its gains. It's not up that much, though, so maybe that's going to be a good factor for it. What is happening with SPY? What is this? It's just frozen.
CNTB, TRVI.
So there's the NRSM pullback. Let's look at the 1 minute here. 20 on the 1. It was trying to form a nice little flag setup. If it would have pushed higher here, through 312 to 315, like I was mentioning, should have made a new high of day, but
FWBI.
it chose violence. So potential pullback. There's a wick here where it went to 290. Might hold the 20 on the 1. What else we got? In our sin, KNF. I don't really like any of these three. I don't want to trade. I think these are only up because of what ENDP did yesterday. So I think it's going to be yesterday's movers are going to be today's movers again. ENDP, EVFM, AGRX. Possibly like DARE and TTMP will finally catch some momentum. Right now it's pretty stale though. It is what it is.
CYCC. GOL.
I think I need another ring light for over here. See, it's very dark on this side, very light on this side. Maybe I'll just get a green screen eventually and just appear in front of the charts. Me and my mic just chilling in front. But yeah, it's starting to feel like wait around till the opening bell at this point. SPY's not really even moving. NRSN did not have its follow through after the big breakup. And that's what we mentioned. Like, it had this move that, it was big. And I guess if you were watching the 1 minute, you could have bought through here, but it made like a dollar move almost, or at least 50-cent move. And then the first pullback, it didn't hold.
AAL.
NRSN trying to curl though on the one here from no man's land, 290 level. Boxed it up pretty much completely. So this might have been, you know, the 2022 patented trap candle. On the 5 minute, it did pull back to the 9 on the 5. So I guess it's got that going for it. Big hammer there on the 5 minute. Yeah, it's got decent volume now. Up 315, 316. 320's got a 17K ask, but that's nothing compared to the volume it's getting. Yeah, it is very dry, Fom. Very dry. All right, see you, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, it's looking like a very slow day. We'll be back tomorrow for Money Thursday. So hopefully tomorrow is fire. So now we got a big bottom wick and a big upper wick. So just some screwball action right now on NRSN in about a 20-30 cent range.
KTRA.
Man, we were looking at HTGM, what, 85 when that 13G came out? Guess somebody did buy it. Very delayed. I pulled it up as soon as that 13G came out. Okay, so SPY flag sideways, had a fail-ish looking candle, got hammered up, now it's pushing up. So SPY looks like it's reacting positively to Powell speaking this morning. HTGM is just going, huh?
GGB.
There's a 5K ask at 85. It'd be up $500 right here. Just if you'd have bought 5,000 shares. NRSN still screwballing in this range. 290 to 320. There they are again.
RLX.
Those bots are relentless in the chat. So oil pulling back a little from the highs. NRSN flagging over VWAP here. HTGM had a 13G, was a runner from yesterday. It's pushing up a little this morning. I think it had a PR as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, PR as well. So might have been worth it to take that 85 and just ride it. NRSN trying to hold 20 on the 1 and VWAP zone. Struggling with it, though. Had a big upper wick. Did have a lower end zone, too. It's roughly the pattern. So next couple minutes is either going to spill down or push up. Very low volume on SPY. This is weird.
TINB.
I mean, yeah, we're in summer now.
CEAD.
I guess it is officially summer now. Yeah, about like a few days. So we are in summer. Volume's going to be lower, but SPY with nothing. Got a little bit of a sell-off from the bad GDP, a little bit worse than expected. And then Powell starts talking, and it didn't even get wicks or anything.
Again.
So the top gainers or the top watches are really going to be the top gainers from yesterday, the big runners, because today there's nothing really fresh that looks great. HTGM could pop 1 today. NRSN already trying to do its T2 move. EVFM, ENDP, AGRX. Yeah, that's about it. EVFM. Yeah, it's sold off. It's under $1 now. It has triggered SSR today. But it's looking kind of ugly. And I mean, it had a huge run from 30 cents to 150. But for some reason, I don't feel like this is 100% dead yet, considering the theme that we're in. Okay, HTGM pushing up through 95 now. This thing's going to hit 1 in pre-market. But there's nothing to buy. There's no ask till 2, or till 1, I mean. NRSM volume spike, 300K. So NRSN, there we go. I was just mentioning it. Either next couple minutes, it's either going to break up or waterfall down, and it broke out of it. So up 315, 316 now.
TGB. FWBI.
Still showing some selling pressure up 315, 316 level. It's trying to get through. Okay, and there's 320 now.
JG.
319, 320.
SBEB.
Good relative volume in the last 2 minutes. 320 level. Was trying to put in a bid. 8K bid. He got hit. Pulling back a little bit. 317. Overall relative volume, though, is high, you see. Right here. These last 2 1-minute candles have been very high, and that's from breaking this pattern. HTGM at 1. Man, 85 would have been a great buy.
KLXE.
Yeah, NRSN does not like the 320 to 330 range. Struggles here. Yeah, I will not be buying higher and trying to sell higher on HTGM right now. It has had no pullback. It has it's just been melting straight up since that 13G came out. And we really missed the 85 zone. It had 85, 86 on the ask. Selling pressure. SPY is pushing up. All right, guys, I'm going to keep these charts up. HCGM pushing higher. Go feed the dogs, and then get ready for open when I come back.
HTGM. SBH. TRVI. SBIG. CYCC. SID. CANF. SBIG. ICVX. CEAD. ARI. HTGM. HTGM. SBEV.
I have returned. Okay, HTGM still at 1. NRSN. Whoa. Big knife there. Still trading in the 290 to 320 range. So it's more like, you know, this now than anything. It's like a channel. So 290 holds, should go back and test 320.
We made this ad optional. If you want to skip this ad, remove your left earphone. Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. It's the easy
Oh my god, these ads are wild.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Eventually, I will find a good playlist that does not have ads. That'll be Yeah, what the heck is that? Oh, okay. You're talking about something else. I saw there's like a gap in between what Lance said and what Potsy said. I thought you were talking about like an invisible message. Yeah, it's actually just the chair. This is the important part. You know, the chair trades. Popping in for the first time, you just see the chair. The fact that I come back after a few minutes and you guys are still here is great. You know, you guys have a good attention span. You haven't left. HTGM just melting up into the sky. Oh, more spam? Man, they're going wild today.
PGY. HTGM. HTGM. BLPH.
HTGM. So yesterday's high was 112, it looks like. So coming up on 110 now. I guess it's held to 9 on the 1, but I'm not looking to buy high of day after high of day. Yeah, I reported them too. It seems to be different accounts, even though it looks exactly the same. So, I don't know about that. So, top 3 gainers are under 50 cents. And then you got HTGM, TRVI, CANF, NRSN. That would have been a great ad this morning. 85 cents. Oh well. Definitely ain't chasing it up here. Not in pre-market at least. See if we get a pullback at open.
CNTB.
Start flipping through some things now. Box still at $2 range. NRSN's just holding that level
INPX.
that we have down here, 290 to 320, just bouncing back and forth. What am I missing? EBFM. Let's look and see what that looks like. Even the longer time frames are looking pretty bad on EBFM.
SOXL.
It hit the 50 on the hourly. But looking pretty ugly so far. TRVI spilling. CANF spilling. So 2 minutes to the bell. Let me switch over my scanner here. Click back on that. There we go. So the scanner's good now for intraday. Not a whole lot to watch out the gate, to be honest with you guys. We'll keep flipping through things. We'll listen to the scanner. We'll see what happens, see what breaks out, see what holds. NRSN, 290. If it holds, looks like 320 test again. The daily has range. So NRSN, probably the top watch. After that, not much. HTGM, I guess. Which is just going straight up. Where was this volume at when the news came out? The news came out at Where was it at? 8 a.m. Way back here, right here. Nothing. And then a 5% 13G comes out at 9, and that's when it starts ramping. And the new sounds better than the 13G, so you never know. I mean, oh my God. Well, it just had a huge sell from 112 to 101. Okay, we're open.
ACXP, ALNA, SIOX, CNTB, ETNB, XAIR.
Let's see what we got going on here. NRSM, want to see 290. Really don't want to see it ramp straight up. Can watch HTGM on my other screen. If I do get in another trade on another screen, I'll pull it over to that matrix. Just want to keep multiple things up at once. So SPY, not really making much of a move quite yet. Okay, NRSN pulling back 295. Is it gonna flush? Okay, thanks, Bianca. I don't know why the bots are going nuts today. HTGM at 107, 108. Yeah, must be a sale for sure on their website. This one's starting to look like a blow its load in pre-market. Give us 290. HTGM trying to test 110 here. Okay, HTGM through 110 now, 118, 119. Man, it skipped. $114, $115. NRSN actually bouncing 2 from 3. NRSN pushing 312 now. Guess I should have market sold HTGM. I had 110. It went to 120 for half a second, and then it was gone. So SPY is finally giving up now. Let's see if it goes under 380. Man. And HTG, I didn't even have my stop there. It came down and got my stop at a level that I didn't even have it. So, classic. NRSN. It's going to struggle with the 320 range. So, it held, 294. So, now it's going to come up. Possibly test 320 again. It's looking like HTGM scooped my stop. I had it at 109 and it filled at 111. Oh, big flush there on SPY. So SPY under 380 now. Nvidia looking blood red. Apple under 137. IMT blowing up the scanner, but I'm usually not interested in that one. That one's super spready and just manipulated. A lot of wicks on HTGM at 120. Is the Dow up? That'd be weird if Dow was up and SPY's down.
HIBS, LTRN.
Okay, so NRSN up to 316. Kill candle down to 290. So we're still stuck in this same exact range. EVFM is trying to peek over 1.
GDXU.
I mean, it looks like the overall market is falling today. The fact that SPY is under 380, and if it doesn't hold or get back above 380, I think everything is bearish today.
TRVI.
We broke the downtrend or the uptrend on SPY today.
TRVI.
Yeah, NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow, all three down. So it's looking pretty bearish. If SPY can somehow hammer here, get back to like 384, 385 today, somehow, it would be bullish. But right now, looking at it, looks very bearish. All right, let's see. We're still holding 290 on in our sim. EVFM hanging around 1.
HTGM.
Where's HTGM at now? 117 still. There's a lot of stuff to watch this morning. It is having a pullback, but HTGM through 120. Looks like the next leg.
CBIO.
CBIO on the scanner now. So several things with potential.
PRT.
Okay, so NRSN under our 290 level now. So I do not like it as much.
Reliv. HTGM. TRVI. TRVI.
EVFM, big smack. Big smack off of 1. So from 1 to 90, that quick. That's ugly. Oh my gosh.
DRMA.
87 now. Did it freaking offer? Holy hell.
HTGM.
Yeah, EVFM straight death right now. HTGM sounds like it's breaking through. So it wicked through 120 for a second there. Don't like that candle though. That's an ugly candle on the 1 minute. We're not rushing any trades today. TRVI pushing higher. You'd be buying in no man's land right now, probably even on the 1 minute. So we'll see if it holds VWAP zone. The GDP data came out at 8:30, and it was negative. So it's negative 1.6 compared to negative 1.5 expected, so a little bit worse. That's why we're bearish today. Mr. King. So we'll see if TRVI holds VWAP here. CBIO trying to make a little push higher. They're still smacking EVFM hard. Looks like it just had an offering.
TRVI. MTEK.
Man. It's down to 84 cents now from a dollar. So CBIO up towards VWAP here. TRVI over VWAP. SPY still trickling lower. HTGM rejecting that 120 level. So nothing really breaking up at the moment. Okay, so SPY new low of day.
CBIO, HTGM.
Nvidia new low of day. Apple actually is not at a low of day.
Akbar. Alna. MTEK.
Apple's showing a little bit of strength for some reason. Large cap land. Alna up 159% now. It's a 30-cent stock. It is up on an 8K that they have terminated their offering.
TRVI, FIF.
HTGM still trying here.
Alna. FLC.
So Apple's holding the market up right now. Apple's the only thing I see with strength. SPY is hammering now because of it. So SPY hammer back above 379 for now. HTGM holding on to 110, just barely. Yeah, negative GDP numbers. Yep. Negative 1.6%. And I think that's month over month is what it is. Or maybe it's quarter over quarter. But yeah, negative 1.6 versus estimated negative 1.5. Okay, market trying to sell back off a little. Apple's still showing some odd strength here. See if they smack SPY down. If they smack SPY down to low of day, Apple's got to pull back some. So SPY at 379.30 right now. I got a short on Apple, 138. I'm going to risk high of day on it. Okay, SPY needs to go under 379. Okay, it's under. I want to see Apple start to have a red candle here. It's turning red. Still showing some odd strength, though, man. Just die. Market holding 379 still. Apple's hammering too. I'm gonna move my stop up or down, I guess, for profit. Don't want to take a loss on it. SPY needs to really flush below 379 for me to get this move lower. Sounds like HTGM. Oh no, it's right here. It still hasn't broke through. So the scanner was making it sound better than it was. So market still trying to hold on to 379 for now. This 5-minute candle ends right now. So it can go lower right at the beginning of this 5-minute, or it can start to push green. So pushing down now a little lower. See if it can go lower than this wick from earlier, 378.65. It's trying to put in some support though around 379. They keep hammering it up. But if it can get under 378.60, I think it's going to flush even more. It's at 378.90. Apple's still showing some crazy strength up today. Okay, the market is now low of day, 378.50. That should pull Apple down. 378.40. Yeah, Apple is still showing that relative strength. That's amazing. Why is this thing holding up? Once Apple lets go, the market's really going to bleed because that's the only thing holding it up. HTGM still flagging above 110. It's either going to have a big green candle or a big red soon, in my opinion. Okay, SPY hammering back up again. I think it's all in Apple's hands at this point. I'm about to cover Apple. Yep, I just covered it right there for a profit. So this is showing absolute insane strength considering the market's down. Healthcare's green. Okay. I feel like Apple is the S&P 500. So it's kind of strange to see an opposite correlation. There's HTGM up near 120 again. Is it worth taking a small position through 120? Still struggling with this 120 level. Okay. Needs half day here. 121. I'm trying very small because I'm playing hive day breakout in a 2022 market. So there's 124. I'm gonna put my stop at even now. I'm not taking a loss on this. It'll probably come down and get me first, but playing a breakout, you got to keep your stops really, really tight. Get through 124, 125, and this is good to go. 19K on the ask, 123, 124. It's trying. It won't break through yet. 123 refreshing now. 122 on the ask, and I'm out for even. So I made absolutely nothing on that. Got to sell for a 2-3 cent gain in this market. 2-3 cents is absolutely insane for a breakout in this market. It's a TRBI. Yeah. Straight up, straight down, straight up now. So holding the 20 EMA. What was the news on TRBI again? Positive results phase 2B/3. So up through 280 maybe. I really don't want to play another breakout, man. Now HTGM is pushing through. So instead of breaking out and actually breaking out, breaks out, goes up a couple cents, comes back down under 120, and then goes. Actually right to 120. But you cannot risk anything in this market. If you risk, 119, you're going to get slippage to 115. It's just not worth it. So if you're taking a breakout, you got to be really tight. And you got to expect it to hold the level it just broke out, which it did, but it came and hit the exact level of it. Apple still with insane strength. Apple high of day. When is that going to come crashing down is my question. SPY still showing strength from that big hammer from 378.5. So SPY pushing higher now, up towards the VWAP level. Apple with continuing strength. 138.5 is some resistance because it was support yesterday on Apple. Market's going to box it up. Straight up. So the strength on Apple was the reason that SPY held there. So HTGM hit 128, now back to 120 again. Alna, the one that canceled their offering, is just melting straight up. Looks just like ENDP. Yeah, we just curled. I'm surprised. I mean, we broke below a huge level. And now that everything's curling back around, they're going green. So this could be a positive day now, Mr. King. I agree. This could be a positive day now. Because we went down, we broke a key level, but we hammered right back above, and we're already back in play, 381. So we could possibly have a positive day now. And I will give it all to Apple. Because Apple said, I'm going to go higher today regardless of anything. But this hammer right here, if you're an options trader, this was your entry right here. Broke below, new low of day, looked like death, hammered. Yeah, it's looking, it switched from looking very bearish to pretty bullish really quickly. Oh my God, all the, I hate pennies that just ramp straight up. Time for some water. Yeah, Mr. King, you saw that coming, I guess. Good job. It looked very bearish for a second. Broke below a key level. But, I mean, I did pull up the daily here, and we were talking about, hey, if this hammers back up into this trend line, it's good to go. Looks decent. So it's not quite there yet, but it's trying. Alna just continues straight up.
ACHL, Alna.
Buy high, sell higher market right here, it looks like.
TRVI.
Hello, Discover here. To explain our
So we've only really taken one trade after open. HTGM. And I scalped NRSN earlier for just barely anything.
One more time. Match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year.
SXTC. NRSNW.
So NRSN blew its low in pre-market. Officially. So that's when we don't like to see these breakouts, these straight up breakouts in pre-market. And we never went 1 cent higher than the breakout. That was it. HTGM still trying to hold 120 level. See what the daily looks like.
ITRM.
Daily has room. A little bit of a gap, barely, just filled right there. Kind of filled itself on the day of, but it's got room to 150, 160, but decides to really move. Normally this would be a trade, you know, I take up through 125 and it will instantly hit 130 and test it at least, but 2022, I mean, you get 125 to 126 to 118 and then instant 130. So nothing, you know, follows through smoothly. It's just, it's all jagged edges. So yeah, if the market can hold 380 now, that's big. If it gives up 380 again, it would not be too good. It's like the exact opposite of the morning wood yesterday. Straight down, curl higher. But as you see, guys, I am extremely patient in this market because there's no consistency to it at all. You have to wait till you get the absolute A+++++ setup before I'm going to take anything. And that's just come with, you know, getting wrecked on A+++ setups over the past year. So now you need like 5 pluses in it to even attempt to trade. Gosh, EVFM just got rocked today. What was the other one? AGRX, right? Rocked today. All the women's health ones are down a lot today. Should have taken a long on Apple, I guess, once I saw that it wasn't breaking down. Just reversed my position here. Because I had 138 short, so I had a good spot, but then I ended up covering right here. I should have reversed. Just went long. So Apple looks like it's going to go for a 140 test here very soon. Got a couple more minutes in the stream. We'll flip through some other stuff, see anything's even in play. Go back through the ones I've been looking at. BOXD looks like trash now. Redbox down into the 6s. So if this closes over the 50 today, this might be a good trade. Redbox. Keep this on your back burner today. We've sold all the way back down to the 50 and the 200 here. So 670. Yeah, this is a decent range right here to buy again on Redbox if it's going to turn around at all. I mean, it could very well shred the 200 to 50 all the way down to $4 or whatever, but it looks okay right here. It looks okay. AMC reversing with the market, almost green on the day. Should have taken the hammer on that this morning. Didn't even think to pull that up. I was looking at Apple. That hammered exactly with the market and continued higher. What else we got before I roll out, guys? Anything? Got any questions? Thanks for the likes. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for just being here, watching the video, hanging out on the stream. Wasn't a crazy morning. Had a couple things pop. We will get to a better market where I'm taking several trades on stream, because this is a permanent thing now. I'm not just doing this for now. This is a permanent thing. So we'll get to where we do more. But right now, you got to be super cautious. But it is what it is. We will get there. But I'm going to go ahead and head out for the day. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, 8 a.m. for Money Thursday. Hopefully we have some good trades, some good action. And we'll get some good gains in the morning. But I will see you guys tomorrow.